Welcome to Your Health in Your Hands. I'm Dr. David Ajibade, Executive Director of the Brain and Body Foundation. And our goal is to help you, the individual, the non-medical person, understand health. Not everything about health, obviously, because nobody knows. Nobody knows everything about health. But the basic principles that have to do with your health and life, and so that you can take charge, you can take control, make the right decisions, take the right actions to ensure that you live a long, healthy life and as pain-free as possible. So last time we spoke with Dr. Ogun, the chiropractor, who were talking about how the nervous system affects the immune system, and we talked a little bit about posture. We're going to go right back into this. I don't want to take any time at all because there's so much he has to share with us, and I don't want to take that from him. So we're going to get right into it. Doc, you're welcome again.
Thank you.
All right, so last time we kind of like went into a whole deal and we saw some nice pictures and all that. And by the way, folks, if you want to catch this is all online. Go to the NTA website or go to the Brain and Body Foundation website. You'll find these videos all archived there. So, Doc, let's talk about sleep. Quickly, let's say, okay, posture. How best to sit, how best to sleep, how best to stand, how best to walk. I know we probably need some nice videos for that, but what are the main principles behind these things?
All right, great. Now, main principles. Firstly, it's very important. These things are very important and they're very basic. Yeah. In other words, most of what I'm about to say, we have heard about it before. And in hearing about it before, we didn't really pay attention or we discounted it. The importance of posture in our everyday life is to make sure that we maintain integrity of our bodily systems, particularly, primarily, our physical body. How our musculoskeletal system relates to its environment. This we call ergonomics. So, ergonomics of sitting. Sitting seems to be something that we just do every day and we just do it as we wish. A lot of people will get home and sit in front of the TV or whatever and relax. Sit and make sure that their body is somehow, but it is incorrect.
Doesn't have support.
So what are the ergonomics of sitting? Number one, your spine must be erect. Not like this.
Not slumping or slouching.
Not slumping. The slumping will cause you subluxations and it will affect the nervous system and primarily it will affect the immune system. So, slumping is out. Get a chair that has good back support.
Lower back support.
Back support from the bottom all the way to the top if possible.
Okay.
And you want your buttocks to be all the way back in the crease of the chair. So two things, back support, your buttocks, that is your action, in the crease of the chair. Thirdly, you want to make sure that your knees are in such a way that they are higher than your hip joints. So your knees should be higher than your hips.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
Yes. Very, very important.
Any reason why?
Yes. Because when your hips are higher than when your knees are higher than your hips,
yes,
it enhances your curvature in your lumbar spine. And that curvature has been there since you were born. Since you began to crawl and lift up your head, that curvature was forming. You disrupt it and destroy it, when you don't put correct posture.
So no chair does that. No chair that we know, except to be a squatting. That's where your knees are going to be higher than your hips.
No. It's not.
Which chair? I can't think of any chair that lets you.
Every chair is possible. The only thing is that the structure of your body is what's going to determine. For example, we are sitting on chairs now. These chairs are adjustable, so I can adjust it down. Now you see where my knees are and where my hip is.
Well, it's still not higher.
That's why these are here.
But the lower you bring it, and then sitting at a desk, which is standard size, the desk definitely is not going to. If you go that low, you're not going to be able to do your work because the desk is going to be too high, and
then you have to adjust yourself to make sure that once you are sitting in the correct position, which is your posture, which is your health, which is your life, that is more important. Once you have gotten to that position, any other thing you can adjust. You can adjust your workstation to where it is appropriate for you. Either you have your keyboard down here and your monitor up here. All of these things are very important. That's sitting. We sit a lot to do our work. We sit to, for entertainment purposes. If you go to the movies, etc.
Pretty much everything. Pretty much we're
we do a lot of sitting.
We're doing it wrong.
The other thing that we do, probably even more or as much, is sleeping.
Right. So sleeping. What are the principles there? I think we have about 2 or 3 minutes to
sleeping. As far as sleeping is concerned, it's very important to maintain certain postures while sleeping. One no is sleeping face down or on your stomach. So forget about that. Don't do that. If you do and continue, then expect some mahala and you'll be coming to see me.
And we don't want that.
We don't want that. So, how do we sleep? We sleep on our back, or we sleep on our side.
Okay.
The surface that we are sleeping on should be firm.
So we have a firm mattress.
A firm mattress.
Okay.
You need a firm mattress.
In other words, once you get off on the mattress, you shouldn't be seeing a bump there 15 minutes later.
No. It should be firm, flat.
All right. So in other words, mattresses, if you use them for 2 years, 3 years, you might need to change the mattress after.
Yeah, depending on the quality.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's
number one.
Sleeping on the mat, okay?
Sleeping on the mat is fine.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I recommend if you can sleep on the mat on the floor.
Not going to be comfortable.
The only thing that you need to observe is that you need to observe the support for your neck and head.
Makes sense.
And then also the support for your lower body. Okay. So how do you accomplish these?
We're going to quickly take a break now because our producers are telling us time up. So we're going to take a short break and we will be right back. Okay, welcome back. All right. We now know we're not supposed to sit for long periods of time. So, Doc, I think we need to practice what we preach. Why don't we just get up?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
You think? Okay. All right. So, we're talking about sleeping.
Now, back to sleep.
Yeah.
We're talking about sleeping involves that we should be on our back or on our side. Mm-hmm. Either one, we need support for our head and neck. We also need support that will affect our back. So a pillow for our head and neck, and then some support for underneath our knees or between our knees. If we're sleeping on the side, then we need a pillow for our head and neck and a pillow for our in between our knees.
Really?
If we are on our back, we need a pillow for our head and neck and a pillow underneath our knees.
If we're lying on our stomachs and go.
That is a no.
No, so don't even you can't put a pillow anywhere. You can't even put a pillow under your
No. You are going to mess everything up.
Oh my goodness. Okay, folks, you hear it. You gotta no sleeping on your belly at all. No belly sleeping. Babies do that a lot.
Yes. Now babies is different because their spine is still developing.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But once it's developed, you cannot mess with it again.
No, it's not a good idea.
Okay. Anything else on posture before we go to so much?
So sitting posture, sleeping posture, I think we've addressed. When we talk about standing, which we are doing now,
yes,
we have to observe the fact that when we are standing, we have to be stable. In our front, we want to make sure that there's a line that is perceived starting from the middle of our forehead, and we will put our feet, which is our foundation, on either side of that line equally, and stand.
Do you have to stand up with your legs like like that?
Well, you stand as far as you want to stand. It should be equidistant from the center of your body.
Okay.
So, in other words, I can stand like this, which is not beneficial. But if I want to move my legs apart, then they should be in between my body. That is from the front. From the side, I want my ear to be directly above my shoulder.
Okay.
To be directly above my hip, to be directly above my knee, and directly above my ankle. So I have my feet apart. I have my back very well supported to make sure there is a straight line from my ear to my shoulder, to my hip, to my knee, to my ankle.
So in other words, you're chesting out and you're pushing your hip forwards?
You are making sure that everything is in a straight line. For example,
okay,
we all have idiosyncrasies. Our idiosyncrasies will cause us to stand in different ways. You see some people, they'll just stand like this. Maybe it's an idiosyncrasy, maybe it's Gaian. Excuse my language. But it is wrong. And if we continue in that fashion, we are going to affect the spine and thereby affect the function of the spine. And the function of the spine is directly related to the function of the whole body, and particularly the immune system.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Whew, man, lots to learn about. Okay, all right. So let's talk about how the emotions and the mind, what goes on in here,
okay,
affects
psychosomatic.
Psychosomatic. I love that word.
Thank you. Now, psychosomatism is something that we all are subject to. We might say, okay, well, me, I don't have any stress. But believe you me, everybody has stress. Some of us more than others. And in our current situation, with the way that the whole, our lifestyle is developing with technology, with all of these other matters regarding our job, for example, all of these lead to psychosomatic stress. Psycho, in that it is something that is bothering your mind. Somatic, what is bothering your mind will now result in physical or bodily manifestation. Okay?
Yeah.
So my boss is chasing me. He wants me to bring that report that he has asked for 2 weeks ago. And I haven't written it yet. However, I'm on the way. It is causing me stress.
Go ahead.
That stress will manifest in my body, because when you are under that stress, you are under, the body will change the way it functions. The body functions in two ways. Either it's going to function in resting and digesting, or it's going to function in the mode of fight or flight. That fight or flight mode is supposed to be only for a short period, maybe 20 minutes, an hour, at the most 2 hours. But now, a banker is under that flight or system
24 hours a day.
Well, if he's lucky, maybe he will do it for 12 hours.
Oh man!
And that is going to cause a lot of problems.
That's too much strain on the
once you are under fight or flight, all the muscle systems and functions changes. The psychological neurotransmitters change. The hormonal system changes.
And it even affects the memory as well.
All of that will change.
Yeah.
And it will be affected negatively. But the most important part is that your immune system will change.
You
become more susceptible to disease.
Oh man, Doc, let's quickly take a break here. But that is crazy. That is scary. So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So, Doc, you've succeeded in putting the fear of God into us.
Oh, no.
About wrong posture, wrong thoughts, letting stress get the better of us. You cannot leave us hanging. We're ending very soon. What can be done?
Okay, thank you. And I'm so happy to be on the show, you and your health. And we are trying to disseminate what you can do to make sure that you stay healthy. So when it comes to, this is a very important issue because we all suffer from it, and that is this psychosomatic stress.
Yes.
So what do we do to alleviate it? Well, we have to have lifestyle changes. Number one lifestyle change is that we have to become more even in our temperament. For example, a person will arrive at his house very late at night. He will be presented food, may not even eat the food, and go straight to bed. And may sleep only about 3 or 4 hours. Mm-hmm. And then he will wake up, start getting ready for the next day. Mm-hmm. He may have some proposals or reports to write and complete.
Yeah.
He wants to complete that before he gets to the office.
Yeah. So
we are just increasing our stress. So anything that you can do to alleviate stress is very important. And it is about temperament. How do we schedule our time? What do we do to make sure that we do things at the appropriate time? For example, it is always good to eat breakfast. It sounds very simple. But the act of eating breakfast, making sure that you wake up on time, maybe even at 6 a.m., take your time to do your ablutions or prayers or whatever you need to do. Relax. Take time to eat your breakfast. If it's only 30 minutes, whereas I suggest an hour, eat your breakfast. Then if necessary, do your stretches, stretch your body. Get your mind and your body ready for the day that is coming. And once you are that, your mind will be settled. Remember, this is about psychosomatic stress. So psycho is the first word. So you must be mentally prepared, mentally rested, mentally ready for the day. And that preparation starts from when you wake up. By the time you're ready to go to work, you see what I mean?
Right. So preparation, being aware, being deliberate about certain things.
So temperament.
Right, temperament. Mm-hmm.
Even temperament throughout the day.
Not getting carried away by all the emotional gymnastics happening around you.
Yes.
Somebody shouting at you, you're reacting against that. Someone putting pressure on you. I mean, all those
when
things.
we don't do these things, we are more likely to suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, ulcer,
and possibly even
arthritis.
Right. Possibly even cancer because your immune system is
Even
suppressed.
possibly. That is the one. something that we want to all avoid.
Because in the final analysis, cancer is as a result of the failure of the immune system to do what it needs to do to protect
Exactly.
it. So all these things we're talking about is to ensure that our immune system is strong and doesn't succumb to, I got it.
Absolutely.
Doc, we've come to the end of another wonderful time again. I know we wish, terrible. I wish we could have more time.
Absolutely.
So such is the case. But I hope our guests around the country and around the world have benefited from this. I'm very sure they have. But Doc, we're going to keep this door open, leave this door open so you can come back and we can talk more about these things.
I'm looking forward to it.
We are too. Doc, we really appreciate it. Thank you so
very
much.
much.
God bless. All right, folks, remember you can watch these videos online on the NTA website and also on the Brain and Body Foundation website. Any information you need, you can always contact us. God bless. Remember, take charge of your health because it is in your hands. God bless.